Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about, briefly, Game 46 of the regular season. Astros lose 6-5 in walk-off fashion against the Oakland Athletics. That isn't fun. You scored 5 runs tonight for the Astros, which is a touch over league average, so you're going to win like half those games. And tonight was one of them where we didn't get the coin to flip in our favor. But before I get on to our game, I want to briefly touch upon some big news in baseball. So 2 nights ago, White Sox Twins, it was a blowout game. White Sox were winning by 10. Yermin Mercedes came up to the plate. It was a 10-run game, 3-0 pitch by La Tortuga. Twins first baseman. A 46-mile-an-hour pitch right down the pipe. And instead of taking the strike, Mercedes absolutely tanked it to center field to hit a home run. His 6th of the year. Yermin Mercedes, who, by the way, is leading all of Major League Baseball in batting average with a 363, I believe, at the time of recording this. Currently in line to win the batting title. Fantastic young player in this league. Great for him. Great rookie season. He's going to run away with Rookie of the Year voting at this rate. But there's this big stink now of him hitting the home run on a 3-0 pitch because you're not supposed to hit a 3-0 pitch when it's a blowout game and when it's, okay. So I did the math. There are 365 players to this point who have hit home runs in Major League Baseball this season, and there's 7.5 billion people on the planet, which means the percentage of people in the world that have hit a home run this season in Major League Baseball are 0.000004%. Like, you're having to thread the needle with a needle which its opening is smaller than the thread to hit a home run in Major League Baseball. Like, it's so uncommon that anyone does it. There are 365 people in the world that have done it this season. Like, that's so minute that you have to get there. That's so hard to get there. Yeah, if you have an opportunity to hit another one, hit another one. And then Tommy La Russa, who is the White Sox manager, had a couple of quotes that really stood out to me as just being ridiculous to me. He made a mistake. There will be consequences he has to endure within our family. First off, I hate this quote for 2 reasons. One, the fact that he's talking in this really harsh tone of he made a mistake, there will be consequences he has to endure. That is a crazy quote for an older manager to say about a young player, which I don't mean this in a mean way. Mercedes is going to be there longer than Tony La Russa. He just is. La Russa is 76. You're on Mercedes is 27 or 28. He's going to be there longer than La Russa. La Russa maybe has 3 or 4 more years of management. I don't know why he's saying this, but within our family is such it's like he doesn't want to come across too harsh or like he's too much of a rule Hitler, but at the same time, that's just an insane quote. Another one is, that's just sportsmanship, respect for the game, respect for the opponent. He's not going to do that again. It's not a real pitcher. It's their first baseman. He doesn't care about his ERA. He wants to forget about this night because they lost by 10 runs. They were losing by 10 runs by the time he entered the game. I don't think he cares that, now my ERA is going to be 15 instead of 9. What a shame. Who cares? And then finally, this one is the worst one. The fact that he is a rookie and excited helps explain why he is so clueless. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're calling your young kid, this younger player who has burst onto the scene, and it is a large part of the reason that you guys are winning as much as you are, and you're calling him clueless, disrespectful, and this is ridiculous. Words can't describe how angry this makes me, because baseball has this problem, right? This is going to be a longer rant to start this video. Baseball has the problem of they want to be fun and exciting and let the kids play. And we've seen this, right? We've seen let the kids play. They try to hype things up. And then they do stuff like this, where the older managers, the older talking heads in baseball aren't letting the game evolve. Here's my favorite expression that I've ever heard about baseball and about sports in general. Is try explaining something like this to a child and seeing how ridiculous it sounds. Like, imagine if a 5-year-old, your 5-year-old son or daughter or grandson or granddaughter or nephew or niece, what have you, even just your friend's kid, was watching the game, and then tonight got to see Yermin Mercedes get thrown at, and she say, or he say, why did he get thrown at? And you say, well, the reason is yesterday he hit a home run off of a first baseman, and they got mad because he wasn't supposed to do that because they were already winning. But it's stupid. It's insane. If you have an opportunity to hit a home run, hit the home run. And I just had to talk about this because it was freaking ridiculous that this became and blew up the way it did. I'm sorry that the first 6 minutes of this video is me complaining about that, but good Lord, that was just ridiculous, and I don't understand why we're in this weird cycle we are. So the game, somewhat uneventful. So in the first inning, Jordan would double his 11th of the year. Jordan, man, is just a machine this season. That would score Bregman and Yuli with 2 outs, so some 2-out lightning. All 3 of those hits came with 2 outs. A little bit later on, in the bottom of the first, Raymond Laureano just murdered us tonight. He had a home run there to make it a 2-1 game. In the fourth, Tucker hit a absolute nuke. I think it was over 400 feet. I think it was his longest career home run to make it a 3-1 game. Laureano would homer again to make it a 3-2 ball game. Then Matt Olson would homer to make it a 3-3 ball game in the sixth. After that inning, Christian Javier would be removed. In the seventh, Michael Brantley would double. Jose Altuve would score. In the seventh, also, this is a fun fact, Jose Altuve had his 1900th and I think it was 67th hit of his career to pass Lance Berkman all time for 5th place in the Astros all-time hits category. So that is a fantastic achievement for him. I believe he is now 11 away from passing number 4. And man, oh man, hopefully one day we will get to watch Altuve be number 1 on the Astros all-time hits leaderboard and usurp Mr. Craig Biggio. That'd be really fun to see. A little bit later on in the 5th, Yuli Gurriel would hit a sac fly. Brantley would score on that to make it a 5-3 ball game. Mark Canha would a sac fly in the 7th. In the 7th inning as well, Noli Paredes came in, and he was bad. He was really out of control. He would load the bases, only get 1 out. This run would be charged to him. In the 8th, Matt Chapman would double, and Ramon Laureano, him again murdering us, would score. This was Stanek in for, I believe it was Scrub, who just couldn't get out of that inning. No, that was just Stanek in general. Stanek was another player who had a bit of an off night tonight. Another game with 2 walks and a run given up for Stanek, which I said in his last game I'm not going to be hard on him until he gives me reason to think it's a theme. And now it's becoming a tad bit of a theme, which is really troubling because he was our lockdown, setup man in the bullpen, and now his ERA has sort of jumped. Excuse me, I lost it there for a second. Now up to 4.15, which is quite rough for Stanek, who just a few days ago was sub 2. And, Saturday you go to bed at sub 2, and now you wake up. Technically now it's Wednesday morning. It's 1:15 when I'm recording this, my time. You wake up and now it's over 4, which is really troubling. That's over 2 runs, or over a 2-run jump. Brian Abreu would come in. He wasn't good. He wasn't awful. And in the 9th, to walk it off, Ramon Laureano again would hit a sac fly to make it a 6-5 ball game, ending it. So he really killed us tonight. Laureano, I want to get his number specifically. 2 for 3 with a walk, the sac fly, and 3 RBIs. He just absolutely murdered us tonight. So the pitching lines tonight were Christian Javier, 6 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. So he wasn't bad tonight by any means. It wasn't a horrible outing for him, but it wasn't fantastic either. Does he qualify for DeGrom there? I think he does. Is my rule 6 innings or 7 innings? I think it's 7. I could be wrong, though. How did I forget my own rules? Noli Paredes, 1 inning, or 1/3 of an inning of work, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Really rough night for him. Andre Scrub came in 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no walks, no runs, no strikeouts, so he was able to get out of that relatively easily. Just gave up the 1 sac fly or the 1 run on Paredes' ticket. Ryan Stanek, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, no strikeouts. And Brian Abreu, 1 inning of work, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk. Final thoughts. Again, I thought Christian Javier had a pretty nice night. 9 strikeouts is nothing to scoff at. He sort of had a bit of Verlander syndrome, where he gave up 3 home runs tonight, but they were all solo shots, which is sort of what Verlander was doing in his 2019 season. Now, granted, I'm not comparing the 2 seasons whatsoever. I'm just pointing out that that's kind of ironic. Offensively, Altuve had multiple hits. Brantley had multiple hits. Tucker had a couple of hits. Tucker continues to be fantastic. Straw actually had a pair of hits, and Bregman had a pair of hits. Jordan, obviously, with the 2 RBI, so that was pretty good for him. Altuve, obviously, moving up now 5th all-time alone for Astros all-time hits. But the thing that killed us tonight that I was able to notice and that I kind of picked up on, we didn't draw a walk tonight. We were very undisciplined there. We were very over-eager at the plate, which I thought was a bit of a downfall. There were a couple pitches we chased at that I felt we didn't need to. Again, drawing no walks is really, with this style of baseball that we play nowadays, where it's sort of walk-centric, it's just sort of, that's not necessarily how you want to play it. And I'm just pointing that out. That was a big thing. Again, 6 runners left on, which isn't a massive number, but 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position is just pretty rough. Again, this is a game. It happens. We won 6 in a row. Luckily, we had that fantastic homestand, so it's not too painful. Again, I believe we were 8-2 over that 10-game homestand, so it's not bad by any means. But it is a bummer. We would have had a chance to go up half a game in the division now. We can still end the series with a lead in the division, but now it's going to be a touch harder because now we have to win both of them to have that half-game lead. So we fall back to a 1.5-game deficit in the division. Tomorrow will be Greinke on the mound against Motas, and that will start at 9:40 again. And Thursday at 3:37 p.m., that is a very odd specific time, it will be Luis Garcia versus Irvin? I'm going to call it Irvin on the mound. And that's Wednesday. So that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.